Hey, yo, what's going on with it once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, especially I'm talking to you. This is the one, the only, of course, Mr. And it's on this one, free 2011 AK Christian Guide 2009. Of course, you guys noticed the intro video. And before to begin, definitely check out freakingover.com. Of course, I'm going to use on that. If any people want professional channel banners, design, and or picture professionally drawn for you, I'll put their link to their YouTube channel page and, of course, their home website down in the description box below. You can Google them. Best partnership I ever had. And with that said, let's get into it. And, of course, you can see the little thing, screen, whatever it is, playing in the front round instead of backgrounds in the front side of this video. Yeah, the little like slide performance show, whatever you call it, power slider, Windows power save, whatever it is. I have no idea. I'm kind of out of it right now. It was actually an hour or two ago when I did the other video. Of course, it's not coming out till tomorrow, Tuesday, when I end up uploading it, because I kind of want to save some videos just for the side. I don't want to bombard you guys with too many videos. I'm doing 2 already tonight. And the other 2 I already did. One was a trailer review, the other one's versus reaction review, Hercule versus Dan, Hercule from DBZ, aka Mr. Satan, versus the other dude, Dan from Street Fighter. Really cool ass stuff. So yeah, the Cutie Mark map part 2, and I'm actually gonna read some of it, and after I do that, then I'll explain the whole video, and explain the whole episode of MLP FIM Season 5, Episode 2, Part 2 of the Cutie map. So let's see, the summary, Paradise Lost, and it's all on the wiki if you don't want to hear me read it. Annotations up there and down here below if any people want to click into that. Here we go. And this is what Starlight Glimmer's village broadcast says. Free yourself from your cutie mark. Choose equality as your special talent. Following the loss of their cutie marks, the main 6, and I should have did this on my other video, so I'm going to start doing that from now on. I'm just going to wiki site for it. The main 6 are locked inside of the village house as unwilling permanent residents as a result of their talents being taken away. Rarity has lost her sense of fashion. Fluttershy is unable to communicate to animals. Applejack has lost country-style mannerisms. And Pinkie Pie is less cheerful. Twilight sparkled, curious about Starlight's Glimmer's staff of sameness. That's what it was called. I don't know why they call it staff of altus, why I said that. It's weird. In the first part of this video. Tries to think of the way to escape and eventually suggests pretending to accept the villagers' way of life. Because Fluttershy has been the most optimistic about the village since their arrival, her friends decided that she's the only one who's pretending to believe her. One of us, that's what it says in the little picture description. It says the main 6 locked up and one of us. Alright. Starlight Glimmer, and it says Fluttershy's the mole. Starlight Glimmer lets the friends out of the house and asks if they are ready to join her society. The main 6 once again refuse, saying that friendship between ponies cannot be forced. I remember that's what Applejack said. Starlight prepared to lock them up again, but Fluttershy speaks out, wanting her to join her. Twilight and the others are locked up inside the house, and Starlight welcomes Fluttershy on one condition: to give up one of the names of the ponies who spoke with her in secret and told her about the Cutie Mark vault. Before Fluttershy is pressured into our new friends, into outing her new friends, Party Favor speaks up. It was Party Favor, I was right. Taking all the blame and insisting that he was the only one acting. Starlight Glimmer locks him up with Fluttershy as friends as punishment. Party Favor despairs, I don't even know, despairs, whatever it is. That is only a matter of time before Twilight and her friends have all accepted Starlight's way. But they are all certain Fluttershy will come through. As Fluttershy's new home is built, she stays in Starlight Glimmer's house, and for the meantime. Once night falls, Fluttershy sneaks out to retrieve the cutie marks from the main vault. She notices Double Diamond bringing the main 6's cutie marks to Starlight's house in jars. Starlight expresses particular interest in Twilight's cutie mark, the cutie mark of her princess Fluttershy. Fluttershy spies on Starlight and sees her trip over a bucket of water. As she cleans herself up, Fluttershy makes a shocking discovery. Starlight's equal sign of a cutie mark is a fake, and it says non-equality. Starlight's followers lose faith, and Starlight exposed. The next morning, Starlight asks Twilight and the others once again if they're ready to join. They say nothing, and Starlight prepares her to lock them up again. Party Favor is released when shows remorse for his actions. When Twilight shows interest in joining Starlight Society, Starlight reasserts the happiness can only be found in equality. With this, Fluttershy attempts to expose Starlight's secret by dousing her in water. Starlight avoids getting completely wet, but some of the water splashes on her and causes her makeup to run. Party Favor notices and uses a rag to reveal Starlight's real cutie mark underneath her fake one. Much to the shock of her followers, despite Starlight's effort to save face, the villagers are upset that she lied to them. With the perfect society and plans are now ruined, Starlight runs to lock herself in her house. As the villagers go to retrieve their cutie marks from the vault, the main six approach Starlight's house to retrieve theirs. Pursuing Starlight. Using the staff of Sameness, or sameness, that's what it is. That's a little bit of a pun on pun because they wanted to be equality, have equalism stored together. Revealed to be nothing but a hunk of wood. Double Diamond shatters the vault with a glass covering. Their cutie marks fly back to their respective owners. Meanwhile, Starlight takes the main six cutie mark and escapes through a secret pass under her bed. With the villagers' help, the main six break into Starlight's house and help her through secret passages. They see Starlight fleeing towards the mountains, through which a network of the caves will guarantee her escape and the loss of the main six cutie marks for good. Using their rediscovering special talents, Party Favor, Sugar Belle, and Double Diamond, and the Night Glider. I didn't know her name was Night Glider. I didn't say that in there. That's why she was dark blue. And into the snow. Alright. Pursue Starlight Glimmer through the mountains, eventually cornering her just outside the caves and burying her in the snow. The jars containing the main six of the cutie marks shatter and the cutie marks are finally restored. And it says a clash of ideologies. Wow, it's huge. Twilight and her friends catch up to confront Starlight Glimmer one last time, but with Twilight protecting the Party Favors and the others from retaliatorily attacking a furious Starlight. Despite Starlight's assertions, that she gave the villagers real friendship, Twilight speaks of the friendship and she shares with her friends and are now genuine with it than Starlight's. In her desperation and fury, Starlight teleports away from an unknown location. Party Favor and the others thank Twilight and her friends for helping them rediscover their true selves. Mission complete. The villagers celebrate the return of the cutie marks and true selves, giving real smiles instead of fake ones. The main six's cutie marks start pulsating. I remember when they did that. It was weird. It's like some smartphone beeper alert or whatever. And then they sense that their job in the village is complete and their castle map is calling them somewhere else. Before they leave, they decide to join the villagers' parties for a little while. Peace returns to the village with no name. And let's see, there's all those little things. You can read all the little quotes there. I was trying to find who was the girl that did Twilight's voice, because I know it wasn't Tara Strong. It was another girl that did it. Who was it? Content, let's see, Starlight Glimmer. I just had to see who it was because I know it wasn't Tara Strong. It was another chick, something Nicole Penny. Let's see. Unnamed residents. Quotes, merchandise, galleries. I just had to see who it was. And it's not showing me who the hell it was. So, I don't know who the heck it was. Who was it, man? It's so freaking weird. So, more information, image gallery. Alright, I'm just going to do this on my own time. So, pretty much what happened was a whole thing, and I'll just put that over there, by the way. I got to get my drink on right now. It's not alcohol, it's just water. There's no way I do a drunk vlog. No way. Even though I am perfectly overage for it. I just decide not to. But, yeah, pretty much what happens, they start off where they left off after they end up finding the equality thing. And this is going to be a very long video. It might be over 30 minutes, might be under. Like the other video was 30 minutes and 6 seconds. So, bear with me if you're still here. Thank you very much. You're a very loyal subscriber, a main viewer. I love you very much. You're amazing. If you're a guy, no homo. If you're a girl, you're awesomer. I mean, guys, you're still awesome as hell, too. Don't get me wrong, my fellas out there. Other than that, what happened was, yeah, this thing keeps playing over and over and over. She says, conformity is the equality of good. You should accept our ways. This felt like some weird, crazy, satanic, occultist type of thing that was going on. It's with ponies, and it's funnier because, it's more sugared down. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not even going to be mad at it or frustrated at it because, I kind of saw it coming from miles away. And it's funny, they show the rest of the main six, like AJ, she's just stomping on the door, and Rainbow Dash, she's plucking under one of her nails or her hooves or whatever. And they show Rarity and Fluttershy going into insanity. Pinkie Pie's just reading all the books that have equal marks all over the place. Like, ooh, this seems very, very interesting. And then what happens is they're trying to come up with a plot, a plan, a scheme so they can get out of the village. And what happens is after like 24 hours, they stood up throughout the whole night. They couldn't sleep, period. And what happens after that, they end up showing Fluttershy, and Rarity's like, oh, this is horrible. And she starts crying, and Rarity's like, it's okay, Rarity. I understand where you're coming from. She's like, not that. The drapes. I can't tell if they're ugly or beautiful. And then Fluttershy ends up responding. It's like, well, I think they're nice. And the second they say that, their little like negative marks just start taking over their body. And she says, so do I. And then she does a little drama thing. You know how Rarity is with her over dramatizations and all that. So damn hilarious. But in this case, I guess it's a little bit more acceptable. Freaking Tabitha St. Germain for the win. You are a boss, beautiful, amazing woman. That does the voice acting for Rarity, of course. No, she's old enough to be my auntie, but we're not gonna get into that. Other than that, ooh man. And then on Fluttershy, she ends up seeing this little bird. Wham says, "Hi, hello, little fella. Are you here to help us in?" And she's trying to communicate, but like I said in the wiki, it said like she completely lost her like talent how to end up communicating with the animals and the creatures and the critters, as they call it in the. I think it's the creatures or critters. I'm not sure what they call it in the MLP universe. I forgot. I'm a little rusty on it. He's like, oh no, I can't even tweet to birds. Tweeting is so impossible. It's like, it's so hilarious. I can be completely off the deep end when I say this, but it could have been a reference to the Twitter, I guess. Being Twitter whores, I don't know. I doubt it though. I could be a long shot from that. And then after that, Applejack tries to do her little country rhythm rhyme. She says something about piglets in a blanket, pigs in a blanket. What the hell? There's no way that exists, because if it existed, then all the ponies would be carnivores instead of herbivores or whatever. And then Rainbow Dash can't do anything because she's not super fast. They don't show that till later on in the second episode. And excluding that whole part, Pinkie Pie tries to be all happy. She says, "Woohoo! Let's go get him!" Like, I think everyone that ends up being the same will have a more happier life. And she's like, sort of, I guess. And it's like, in a way, she went from Pinkie Pie to like emo pie within seconds at the beginning of the second part of the episode. And then out of nowhere, Starlight Glimmer's voice comes out and says, "Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys had," I think she says like, "I suppose you guys had a wonderful night of sleep." It's like, no, we haven't given up on it yet. Well, we're gonna see what happens soon. The Twilight Sparkle, I don't know. And then she lets them out of the evil little prison cottage that Starlight Glimmer gave for them, to trying to brainwash them for giving up their stuff and like their equality. If you're looking at more deeper adult scores, more like almost on a reality thing. I'm not gonna try to get too much in depth with it because I do got a lot more younger viewers than I do older viewers. But maybe some of the older viewers that are watching this, you may understand this. It's kind of like giving up your rights for like freedom of guns or whatever, freedom of speech and revolutions and all that, you know? It's kind of like that. But I'm not going to get too much deeper into that topic. Other than that, what happened was she says, "Gather around, friends. I think we have new people here, new ponies here." And then it's like, oh, what a shame. They didn't want to go into not the error of our ways, into our sweet little college and village zone. And after that, what happens is that the last second, Twilight ends up like kicking Fluttershy in the chest. I'm surprised she didn't get hurt from that so bad. She did it really hard too. And she's like, "Fluttershy, remember, now's your cue, right now." And out of nowhere, she's like, "I'd like to join." And then she goes, and she ends up going out of that little style of like sadness and shyness, because that is Fluttershy's style. That's what it is. It's like, wonderful, really, Fluttershy. And before you end up like joining our little occult, our village, why don't you point to the three ponies that ended up telling you where the vault was? And like I said before in that week here, where the Cutie Mark vault was at. I thought it was like a bank zone or whatever, but it's a vault. And then what happens afterwards? She said she doesn't have the courage or strength to do it. So one of the other ponies, I think, which was Party Fair, was like, "It was me! I swear it was me! It was only me!" And then he was a unicorn. That was kind of like Pinkie Pie, but the male unicorn version of Pinkie Pie, because he likes to do partying and all that. And he's like, what happens was like, what a shame, what a shame. She ends up, Starlight Glimmer ends up saying, tis, tis, tis. And that sort of like scenario. And after that, it's like, I promise, I only wanted my cutie mark for a little bit. I swear, it wasn't that long. I was only thinking about it. He's like, I'm sorry, my darling, and whatever. She had that type of like superiority type of thing that Rarity used to kind of do, but not that much anymore in the first 2 seasons like she did. Whoever thought would have came up to this high, man. 5 seasons, man. Whatever happened after that, I think she said something about, I'm sorry, but you'll have to be into the pen overnight to learn the error of your ways. Like, no, I'm really sorry, Pony. I just wanted to be. And then what happens after that is like, I just wanted to have our cutie marks. I only wanted to make you all happy. And then he gets cut off when he ends up getting the door slammed in his face. And the other two feel really embarrassed and ashamed because, they feel guilty because like they wanted the cutie marks back so desperately, but they couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately. And after that, like Starlight Glimmer gives her the rundown of Fluttershy's like, don't worry, like all the people in this village will be very, very handsome to you, or very, very like not pitified to you, but what's the name of the word? Very courteous to you. That's what it was. It's like, once we build you your own personal little college, Fluttershy, you can join the rest of the other sweet little ponies that'll help you be a part of this wonderful new equality life. And then Fluttershy ends up being responsive. I've always wanted to be in this village. All the ponies are so kind and generous and awfully amazing. And after that, what happens is that she ends up seeing the other 2 ponies that are like happy, like waving at her, the ones that were talking to her under that little dungeon basement, wherever it was in the first part of the episode. And excluding that whole part, what happened was that Fluttershy, like I said in the wiki, I said it there in the wiki when I was reading the encyclopedia part of it. I know it's a lot to take in, but just bear with me. Fluttershy escapes out of her little cottage area, and she ends up getting all like blurred out, and she starts strategizing and playing. Like, okay, Fluttershy, you can do this. All you gotta do is go into that scary, spooky cave, into the scary forest, into like the dreadful, horrible bank vault of cutie marks, and that's freakishly looking, scary-looking wrath. A wrath of the rod of samenessness. It's weird as heck. And then she ends up escaping, and then Double Diamond ends up helping Starlight Glimmer. It's like, now careful, Starlight Glimmer. Are you the one that was able to capture the cutie marks? Like, and then he ends up discussing what, but Your Highness, in the way she was saying like Your Highness, but Starlight Glimmer, if Fluttershy is one of us now, shouldn't we be able to have enough faith to trust her? And then she says something, I completely forgot what it was. Like, oh, nonsense. I still trust him, but not very much. Or something along those lines. I doubt it. But what happens when she ends up getting all the bars, she's like, you may go, Double Diamond. And then he ends up leaving, and he's like, real sadness on his face. Fluttershy ends up hiding around the couch of the corner because she doesn't want to be seen. Like, she's ventilating real fast. But then she flies up to the top of the roof to see into the window. What happens is, and I'll give you a real brief description. I should have said this, a lot of spoilers are still going to keep happening in this video, so spoiler alerts right here. What happens is that unfortunately, what's it called? She ends up tripping. I think some Starlight Glimmer. They don't show where she tripped, but they just showing as Fluttershy, whatever, is staring at Starlight, whatever she's doing. She ends up tripping over, I think, a barrel of water. She's like, "Oh, stupid, like Starlight, you clumsy, idiotic fool." She says it like old school, like Middle Ages, Knights at the Round Table, medieval times. She says it like that, how like how Luna said it, and she ends up like cleaning, like getting this ragdoll doll towel or whatever it was. And after that, they actually finds out she actually still has her cutie mark. She never sacrificed it ever to the cutie mark vault. She never took it away on her own. She always kept it her own self, which is insanely crazy. But I kind of saw it the whole time because a lot of spoilers were given out 2 weeks before this show even like season 5 started like going back up again. But the whole MLP franchise is going bananas as always. Awesome. Even though it's been over a year almost, so 11 months, that's close to a year already, so close enough. And then after that, Fluttershy ends up discovering this thing. She ends up putting a whole bunch of fake makeup on it because she never really like discovered her cutie mark the whole time. Actually, she had it the whole time around. She lied in every pony's face that she she ended up taking it away and sacrificing it. And then Fluttershy's like, and then when she gasped, I think Starlight Glimmer heard her a little bit. She's like, "Who's there?" And then she looks left and right, and then she turns off the light with her own little unicorn power. And she's like, "Oh no, this is so horrible. Oh my, I must tell the girls." And then the next morning comes in, and she says, Starlight Glimmer and the rest of the village says, "Okay, let's try this one more other time. I have a good feeling about today." That's what she says, Starlight. And then the rest of the main five, on Fluttershy's outside, like she ends up like what's it called? She ends up opening the door for them, and then Fluttershy says, "Wait, I'll open the door this time, Starlight." And then I remember after that, Starlight Glimmer and we're complimenting her. She says, "Well done, Fluttershy. That's a go-to spirit, atta girl," or something like that. "That's a positive spirit on your side." I don't know. She says something like that with her hooves like that. And she's all smiling and everything. And what happens after that, she opens it. And they said, "Go, you're not going to get us back again. We're not going to go confront your equality, equilibrium type of ways." And then Applejack ends up outspeaking, right? He's like, "It doesn't work like that. You can't just force some pony to be your friend by force." And they said, "Oh, nonsense. It is true. That's a lie. That's not truth at all." And then what happens after that? I'm trying to remember what it was. One of the other ones, he comes out, which is really, really funny. But like Fluttershy ends up saying to Starlight, like, "Excuse me, Starlight, but we have one more other pony that would love to join our village." And then all the other ponies that are villagers that are brainwashed into thinking that equality is good when it's really bad, ends up saying, they all gasp and everything. They do that little famous gasping type of thing, like, "Oh my gosh, Shock Valley for the win," that type of thing. And Twilight comes out. I don't know what it was. They used like season 1 and 2's like real old graphics there, because they used her like Cutie, her facial expressions like they did in the older seasons. I don't know. That's just my thing. That's kind of how I saw it. Maybe you guys saw it differently, but I saw it like that. And Starlight Glimmer ends up saying, "Is this true, Twilight?" And then what happens after that? She says, "I think so, but would I have to give up my cutie mark forever? I can never ever use it again? Will it be an issue?" She says, "Of course it would be. Nobody would want their own cutie mark back. Just look around. Just look yourself around." And then she ends up saying, like, "We have all been happier thanks to our extermination of our own cutie marks." And after that, Fluttershy out of nowhere. Well, before that, one of the other guys that were locked in there, party favor, because he ended up getting locked up earlier, it's like, "I'm sorry, Princess. I taught myself the error of my ways. I've seen the error of my ways. The other ponies are so weird. They're acting so awkward and backwards thinking." And then he said, "Then they planned. I didn't listen to them at all. I didn't listen because I'm such a smart pony." And he said, like, "Equality is good and evil friendship and being different is bad." And then she ends up saying, "Such backward, disapproving thinking. Well, marvelous, well done." Well done, I don't know. "Very well, marvelous done. Bang up of a job there, party favor. You may come back to our village with open hooves. We accept you again." And he ends up just going crazy, that little psycho, like that. I love the hell out of that look, the way the animators do that stuff. And after that, Fluttershy ends up doing this little water test, like, oh, Starlight, I have something to give you. Take a look at this." She ends up throwing all the water bucket all over Starlight. She's like, "Ah!" She ends up getting out the way. She dodges it, but then a little bit of the water goes on her flank. And it's like, "Hey, what's that over there?" And then like, excuse me, had a earlier dinner again. After that, what happened was that one dude, party favor, that was a unicorn party pony, ends up getting this rag out of nowhere. I don't know where the hell he got it from, but he has it, so cartoon animation logic, I guess, if you want to agree with that. He wipes the thing off of her flank, saying, "No, wait, what are you doing? Stop!" What happens after that? It ends up exposing that she had her cutie mark the whole damn time, and she was a freaking liar and a cheat. That's what she was. Freaking insult to the pony kind. Sad. And then what happens after is like, "No, wait, what are you all staring at?" And then she tries to hide her cutie mark with her tail. And it's like, "Oh, you all lied to us." And all the ponies go into a rage. I forgot what a lot of them said, but I remember the one part where she said, like, what's it called? It's like, "Oh, you lied to us. Why didn't you give it up on your own? When we all gave up and sacrificed our own cutie marks just for your pleasures." And it's like, "Oh, I had to, you fools. It was the only way we can all be happy again." I forgot the other thing they said earlier is we love making new friends or something. It sounded like the girl from Bass from the 90s from Tiny Toon Adventures. I need people remember that old school 90s cartoon. If you were around like I was then. And what happened was after that, trying to remember what it was. And she was starting to show her true blue colors. And I remember I said that on the reaction video when they started going on. Crazy stuff just went down like a mother at first. Seriously, it was just all sorts of bad. She said, I had to. I invented peace. I invented joy, love. I invented harmony. And she started becoming this evil chick, this sick, disgusting, diverted bitch. And it sucks because I really just started liking her, and that's when I started not liking her too much after that. But she still had a really cute, awesome like appeal to her with Starlight Glimmer. And what happens after that is like, you fool, see, I'm trying to make everything better for you. And then like Twilight Sparkle ends up intervening. He's like, no, but the magic of friendship comes from inside. With the main six, we have the power beyond the elements of harmony. We have each other. And then she gets cut off, and then Twilight Glimmer says, you be quiet, shut up. And then she ends up looking. I saw a lot of memes when I was getting the pictures for these. It looked a lot like, says, we know who Bicep-Sisters is. It's Starlight Glimmer. But it couldn't be because he's a Pegasus and she's a unicorn. But who knows? I guess so. DNA logic, whatever the hell it is. What else? What happens after is like, I hate all you, I'm leaving, or something like that. She ends up disappearing. Starlight Glimmer uses her teleportation magic like how Twilight does it. She goes to her own little college, she locks herself in there, and that's it. And then every other pony that was a villager says, come on, every pony, let's go get our cutie marks back. Let's go retrieve them all back to the way they were. And they're all like, yay! And what happens is Rainbow Dash is like, I want those ponies. Let's go get our cutie marks back too, girls. And then Fluttershy, unfortunately, she spills the beans and says, I'm sorry, Rainbow Dash, wait. Our cutie marks aren't into the cave of the cutie mark vault. They're inside there with her. And then make it all dramatic music, dun, 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 like that. So awesome how they do that awesome drama music, seriously. Best thing ever. That's all I had to say about it. I just seriously can't get enough of that epic ass music. Background music. And what happens is after that, they end up getting their cutie marks, and then like they're all banging on the things because commercials kept coming in. I didn't get to watch this live on Twitch or whatever. I really wish I did. I hope I do for next week. Hoping that is true. What happens after that? One of the guys says, stand back, every pony. And then he throws his old staff of Samus, which was weird because I remember Starlight Glimmer, I forgot to mention earlier that it was actually a fake rod, dull, fake piece of crap, tree wooden rod that she found in the middle of the desert somewhere. She doesn't know where it was from the desert. Apparently, he throws the rod of Samelessness, and it cracks the entire vault and destroys it in a million shattering pieces. Surprisingly, the ponies didn't die of blood or anything. But they're probably going to make some type of crazy fan animation out there for that on YouTube. One of the crazy, awesome animations for bronies that know how to do that. Unfortunately, I don't. I know how to draw them, I just don't know how to do animation stuff. But what happened after that was, they get all their cutie marks to the rightful owners. And I said this when I was doing the reaction, like, what would have happened if all those other ponies would end up getting the wrong cutie mark when I did the last week for the reaction review. On my Daily Motion account, I forgot to mention this earlier, it's Manny Wolverine or SS Anime Manga PS4 for Daily Motion profile if you want to look at the videos there. And unfortunately, what happened after that was the other ponies were there, and Rarity says, I don't know what's going on, but I know it's so beautiful and marvelous to see. And after that, they cut back to another scene they put completely on her face for Starlight Glimmer. She's saying, end up saying, if those girls end up destroying ruin my cutie marks, then they'll see what it's like to never have their cutie marks back ever again. And she escapes. Under her bed was a secret passageway to the mountain canyon pass, or the snowy mountain pass, whatever you want to call it. Probably a new area of Equestria again, like the edge of Equestria with the A. Like how Pinkie Pie said in the first episode, I don't know. And what happens after that, they're all trying to get their cutie marks back, and it says, stand back, every pony. We'll come and get them ASAP. And the one that was the night glider I was talking about, they never say her name, the Pegasus's name, but what happened was that, fortunately, like, Rainbow Dash and Applejack couldn't knock down the door, and the other ones main six are trying to get through the door, and then she bangs the door into pieces. Boom! She slams it down. It's crazy, man. It's like, come on, girls, let's go get your cutie marks back. And they all run down, and then they're just running and running and running throughout the abyss of darkness, and then they finally get outside into the attic area. They go back out, and then party favorite Nightline Glidestorm, I think that's what his name was, Glidestorm. And the other one, I think Cherry Pie Punch or whatever. she ends up like they all follow in main six and they're all running so they can go get their cutie marks after that because they want to really achieve them because I know Twilight says something later on, but I'm gonna wait till later to say it. What happens is that party favor ends up using this like binoculars out of balloons, which was weird as heck. And it's like, oh no, she's going through the mountain pass. If she goes through those mazes of mountains, you'll never get your cutie marks back. They'll be lost forever. And then Pinkie Pie says, these are amazing. Hilarious as hell, man. Seriously, she still knows to be happy when she's negative. Seriously, awesome stuff, man. Awesome sauce like a mofo. After that, what happens is they finally get to the mountain pass, and then Rainbow Dash is like, oh, come on. We really have to depend on these ponies to get our own cutie marks? Seriously? And then Twilight, later on, much later on, once they end up going to around halfway to the edge of the snowy mountain pass, and she ends up making a statement to Rainbow Dash. In response to that, she ends up saying that, oh, well, she says like, well, if it wasn't for us, if we would never got our cutie marks for them, they wouldn't be helping us the same way, vice versa. She's like, oh, I guess that makes sense. And like one of the Applejack says, no time for bickering, girls. We got some cutie marks to go get. Something like that. Whatever those lines were. And then the other berry pie punch one, whatever her name was, the one that makes like, I got a new idea for a recipe. It's called Snow Pop. I love the girl that does the voice for that. She's really awesome. Whoever it was, she was a badass. She was amazing. And I remember she says Starlight Glimmer. She ends up exchanging new words with the other ponies. I completely forgot what they were. But I remember the other ponies like, we trust you with our cutie marks because we thought you were our friends. I love how she says that. It's so hilarious, man. It sounded like a kindergarten show, but it was still awesome as all hell. I still loved it. Heart was fluttering with explosions. The feels were freaking real with that one when she said that. If she would have been a background character, I would have loved her almost as much as Derpy. I crap you not, people. I really would have. And then after that, what happens is like, you ponies are ridiculous. Do you really understand what type of side you're taking? Starlight Glimmer, she's just jabbering a whole bunch of hatred and animosity towards him. It's just so sad to see how the mighty have fallen. And then after that, like one of the guys, I forgot his name. I think his name was Ski Drop. He's like, these are all my old ski hooves. I can't believe they're still here. This is the same day where I met Starlight Glimmer. And Night Glider, the one that's the dark blue Pegasus pony, he's like, no time for that. No time for reminiscing. Starlight Glimmer's almost getting away. He's like, think I could big drop? I don't know. It sounded like from some Ruby reference from a couple years ago. I don't know. Something out of Disney. That's what it sounded like in my personal opinion. Ends up getting a big drop, and then the Pegasus drops him all the way down in the snowy mountains, and he makes a big giant wave of huge, ginormous like avalanche, and he just pours all the snow over Starlight Glimmer, and she ends up collapsing into it, and then she ends up dropping it a second time. He would have did it the first time too, and there was another part where Party Favor, after Starlight Glimmer destroys half of the mountain bridge for Snowy Mountain Bridge, or Snowy Mountain Pass, excuse me. After that, I make a shit ton of words. I'm sorry, guys. I make a crap ton of space. You should know this by now. After 4.5 years, watch my stuff. You guys know. If you've been around here long enough, if you're brand new, this is what I do. After that, yeah, he ends up making a giant, his like cutie mark performance or his talent ends up making him a big giant drawbridge of balloons. A balloon made out of a drawbridge made out of all balloons. They all jumping down. They all do that little pointy thing that Pinkie Pie does, like point, 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 like that. It was really awesome. And yeah, and after he drops all the snow on her, she ends up breaking all the cutie mark glasses because she doesn't have her magic no more. And then Twilight and the rest of the main sis, like you saw in the beginning of this video, how they showed Twilight getting her cutie mark back, and the rest of the main sis, they get the cutie mark back. And then once again, like Starlight, when she ends up getting out of the snow, it's like, you all betrayed me. And then she ends up trying to destroy all of them with her magic. And then Twilight uses this big giant purplish, pinkish rose type of defense shield, and like it blocks the attack. And she gets all sad and pissed off even more. Wait, you! I studied that same magic spell for years. And she says, so do I, but it doesn't mean you have to take it out on them. And she gives them all this light splashes of friendship and magic. Friendship is magic. The same old thing they've been doing for years already. But still awesome though, regardless, nevertheless. Tara Strong, she just knows how to deliver speeches when it becomes the main protagonist of the show, whatever it is. And Starlight Glimmer's like, I already gave them all happiness and equality, but they didn't want to accept it. I did it so much better. My calculations were so much more superior than yours, Twilight. He's like, no, that's not the real reason what friendship is. If we could teach you this so much more, if only you join our side, something like that. It's like, oh, I hate you all. And then one of the other ponies make a comment in the background. It's like, we trusted you with our cutie marks, but you destroyed them all. And for that, you're a self-righteous pony. You're bad. And then, like, she ends up being real more evil there. She's like, ugh! And then she ends up using teleportation device. She ends up escaping. Looks like she was going to attack again, but they all end up standing like, no! They're about to get destroyed, but no, she ends up leaving. And then what happens is after that, like, she ends up getting her lesson taught. Like, one of the ponies tell Twilight, no, it's thanks to you that you're the one that taught us the lesson to be free with our cutie marks again, not to all be equals, because we're all special and talented in our own single way. So I guess the lesson is try not to be equal to everyone else. Be special, specially gifted and talent, whatever school or job you're going to, or what type of work and employment now you're doing in real life. I guess that what teach us here in reality, in the real world, I guess. That's the life lesson, I guess, that they wanted to get their point across. And after at the end, when they have all their little celebration and everything, I remember one of the girls that was looking like Ate was like, now I can make something disguised disgusting. Now I could bake something besides disgusting, ugly, disgusting, bittersweet muffins. And then they all laugh like, ah ha 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 ha. And then after that, they come back in and it's like, oh man, are you sure we can stay back here again? Looks like our work here is done. And then Pinkie Pie ends up throwing the thing out of nowhere. It's like, are you sure? Because that girl, like, baking pie or cherry pie can bake. Mm-mm. And after that, I guess we can stay here a little while. And they all laugh all over again. They talk amongst themselves one more time. It's like, our mission here is complete, but let's stay here a little longer. And then they play their little outro music, and that's it. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Hopefully this was under 30 minutes, but if it was, I apologize if it was any longer than that. It was really amazing. I really loved the hell of this show. It was freaking awesome. Starlight Glimmer was a really awesome supervillain. Some people were speculating that she might come back. I wouldn't be surprised she comes back by the end of the season. How they were doing the whole keychains in season 4, and then they led up to T-Rex. So I don't know if they're having some type of trinket, or they're gonna learn their lesson every single day. Maybe there'll be one clue in almost every episode of season 5 of how they're gonna get Starlight Glimmer later on. It's either that, or they're just gonna completely erase her out of the pony books like they did with Queen Trishulus. It might be somewhere along those lines. I'm not sure. I'm speculating right now. And that's pretty much it. And I really love the girl that was Cherry Pie or whatever her name is. The one she says, we thought you were friends. This is my new recipe, Snow Pop. I love the crap out of that girl's voice. If she's watching us, if you're watching us right now, I highly doubt that you are. Thank you very much for doing that voice. You sound a lot like how Amy Rose did on Sonic X. I don't know why. That reminded me so much of freaking Amy Rose from the Hedgehog series. I don't even have to tell you who Sonic is, because that's a big ginormous franchise already. Unless he's a Smash fighter. He's been like that since Brawl in 07 for the Wii. I'm not talking about Nintendo stuff right now, though. I might get to that tomorrow. I'll still do a couple comment dubs on a couple other things this week. Saturday and Sunday, I had to make this announcement to you. I'm probably not going to do videos on those 2 days anymore, possibly. Because I wanted that to be my anime days. I've been wanting to watch a lot more spring anime. I got to catch up with a lot of those. Plus real life stuff. So instead of Wednesday, Thursday, it might be Saturday, Sunday when I don't do videos. And if they are, they're either going to be pre-recorded or not a live stream, but somewhere to that extent. And that's it. That's all I had to say. And Fluttershy actually had a really big role in this one, along with her and Twilight. The rest, the main 6, they kind of animated role, but I felt like they were in the background. And I remember Applejack, she ended up getting her countryisms back. That was hilarious, all hell. I know Ashley Ball had to laugh so many times before she got those lines done right. I'm telling you, she must have just been struggling until she got it professionally done. And that's it. So links to the episode and part 1 of this video down in the description box below, or in the annotations. That if any of you people saw them earlier, you know it's what they are. Hopefully you didn't turn them on, because if you did, there they go for you right there. Right here, right here, right here, down here, I don't know. And that's it. So hopefully you like this. Here's so many more future episodes to come. I can't wait to see what else is coming. Remember one said Bloom and Gloom. Hold on. I got to check on here real quick before I end this video recording. Because, oh my god, there was a couple of them that were already spoiled already. And that was super damn awesome of them to do that. It's on the wiki. The next one's supposed to be Castle, Sweet Castle, Bloom and Gloom, Tanks for the Memories, and Appaloosa's Most Wanted. I can't believe they're going back to Appaloosa. I think it was season 2 the last time they went over there. So it's been a good almost 3-4 years the last time they went there. So in season 6, wow. They're already like doing a program lineup for that. That is some awesome stuff. Very super awesome stuff. And that's it. So once again, people, peace out once again. Bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at in the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Keep it calm. Keep it cool. Keep it chill. Keep it collective out there. And until then, guys, peace out, ladies, goodbye. I will see you guys when I see you and all that good stuff. And random videos on this channel almost every single day. Peace out, ladies, goodbye. And I will see you guys next time. And stay safe. Be easy. Do you. Be you. Be yourselves. Take it easy. Stay care. Stay healthy. All that good stuff. See you around. I'm out like sauerkraut. And look out for more future content on this channel. Take it easy. I'm out of here. And goodbye, everyone. See you later.